Hey, ISIFit fam. We have another awesome testimonial from one of our online clients. His name is Paul. We are so excited to have him here to share his testimony on what has happened with him while he's been with us.
Yep. So Paul, tell us about yourself.
Hey guys, well, first of all, thanks for having me on to do this. You know what? One of the things that I love about you guys is your encouragement to other people. And of course, that's what the purpose of this is to encourage others. And so a little about myself. I'm a middle-aged pastor here in Florida. Love what I do, love my work, but obviously, being a pastor, I'm not doing a lot of physical labor. So as the years have gone by, every year I would put on another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds. And so ended up, I got to 275 pounds last year and just didn't feel good, didn't look good, very lethargic, and just came to a place really where I was not very happy with myself, just needed a kickstart. And I had seen you guys online. I'd seen somehow through Facebook, I had gotten a thread and had seen you for several months during the pandemic going on last year. And I really kind of went back and forth. Oh, I should give these guys a call. Oh, I should. And I, you know, finally, because I got through procrastinating and finally said to myself, okay, you know what? I can sit and talk about it for another month or another month or another month. And I think it was like 3 or 4 months had gone by, or I can just call them and kind of throw it all out there. You guys have gotten to know me. So I'm very honest and upfront, just told you exactly where I was coming from, my weaknesses, the things that, seem to entrap me and seem to have kept me from going on with my health to better myself. And so I just shared that with you guys. You guys came up with a plan and we kind of got going, and tomorrow will be 4 months to the day, 4 months since I've come on board with you guys and the ISIFit family. And I'm so glad I did it. I wish I'd have done it those 3 or 4 months before when I had seen you guys at first.
Oh, wow. What an awesome lead-in.
And how much weight have you lost so far?
Well, as of Saturday, this past Saturday, 3 days ago, when I started with you guys, it was 257 pounds. I weighed in at 227. So that's 30 pounds in 4 months. So, I'm very happy about that. Now, just so you guys know my past, and you guys know a little bit, I was the king of, lose 30 pounds in 30 days, do some crazy thing, and it was never healthy. And of course, then another 30 days, I had gained 27 of the 30 pounds back, so it was always this, and that was just years in my life. So what has been great about this is I didn't lose a ton of weight the first week, the second week, the third week. Every week I've lost a pound. The next week, maybe 2 pounds, then the next week, a pound. And then I went through a couple of weeks where I didn't lose anything. And I was really upset. But talking to you, Macau, especially, you've helped me to see this as a long haul project. This is not a sprint. This is a long haul project. And with the nutrition aspect that you provide, that has really helped me to stay on track and give me some accountability. And then on the other hand, I've never worked out in my life. Even when I was young and in good shape, I didn't work out. And I've come on board to work out with Chris a couple times a week. And the first workout, I thought, I'm going to have to quit. I'm going to die, but that's been 4 months. And now we're, 40, 50 workouts later. And I feel stronger than I have in years. I can run outside with the dogs. I can do stuff around the house. Things that I just would not do before. I couldn't do. I didn't feel like doing. It feels like I'm really just 10 years younger than I feel in just 4 months. So much younger, and I know this is again what's gotten in my mindset this time around, as opposed to everything else I've done, is this is a It's a marathon. This is something to change my lifestyle, my way of thinking, my habits, for my health, for my looks, for my family, for the ministry, because I can be more energetic and do more. I can help more people. So all in all, it's really, almost been a paradigm shift, if you will, in my way of my thought process. And you can't change anything on the outside until you change things on the inside. And that's really what you guys have been instilling in me. So long answer to a short question. Sorry.
I love it. Man.
What I really enjoy about Paul is that he's a pastor, and we have a lot of pastors in the ISIFit fam. But Paul here is also a dad. And one of the conversations that we had with him was that he was excited to see his kids
for the holiday season.
So I really thought that was really awesome, because I mean the gift is, hey, not only am I going to be with my kids, but the gift is I did this because this is Paul talking, because that I'm working on my health so that I can be with you guys, a lot longer, and working on my health. And as a child, I would be proud of my dad.
Yeah. I'll definitely say, I think, Paul, you can speak to that point and just kind of give a little bit of detail. But I know you didn't even tell your kids that you were on this journey. So
no,
speak to that.
No, and because I didn't want it to be, because again, I didn't want them to say, "Oh, here Dad goes again." I wanted them to see, them to see and say something. And so I didn't say anything to anybody. My wife knew, but I didn't say anything to people at church, to our kids. And it was so funny when the kids came home then for Christmas, like, "Oh, Dad, wow." And then over the past couple, the past month or so at church, as I've really, people can really start to see a change. They're like, "Oh my goodness, what's going on, Pastor? Oh my goodness, what are you doing?" And it's begun to open up all these conversations. And really, and again, I didn't say anything. I was not going to say anything until people said something. Because I'm like, okay, I have got to keep my mind in the right place and this isn't like, oh, I've achieved something, so now I can just sit back and no, because I still have a long way to go. I still have another 30 pounds to go. Because the goal is to be under 200 for me. And, we'll see where we go after that. And it's not just a weight. It's, BMI, my, having the proper ratios of the fat in my body, having everything being healthy and run healthily. And one of these other things, and I know this is kind of getting off. So yes, my kids noticed, our congregants have noticed, and that's been great. But one thing you had touched on, with my family, my wife is a cardiac nurse, and she has for years, "Honey, I'm so concerned. I don't want you to have a stroke. I don't want you to have a heart attack," whatever. And not in a nagging way. She's never been, but just, "Honey, I love you. I want to be with you for a long time. I don't want you dropping dead on me." So she was always concerned. And she has just been like, over the past 4 months, she said, "I cannot believe I've never even met these people, but I love them, what they've helped you to do." And so, I mean, absolutely. So, that's a little kind of family plus, some of our friends, what their thoughts have been on the whole process thus far.
That's awesome. We definitely have to go up there and meet Paul's wife. Paul's already invited us in, so we're spending the night.
Come.
Oh man.
Yeah, we will. Listen, I know you guys live in the city. We're in the country, so we have a fire pit. We'll build a fire. The baby can run around with the dogs. You all are welcome to come anytime, and I mean that.
Yes. I love it.
One thing that I want to meet, I want to meet your dogs, because I always hear about the dog that runs by. Steve and Candace, another client of ours in
you're talking about Brantham.
Yeah, Steve and Candace have a dog, and then you have a dog, and there's always a story about the dog.
Yeah, Duke and Brantham.
Yeah, so I love it. I love to your dog.
Yeah, it's always funny. We're trying to work out, and I do my workouts a lot of times 7 o'clock in the morning. And so at 7 o'clock, Steve and Candace are on, I'm on, we're talking with Chris. He's helping us go through all our different sets. And all of a sudden you'll hear me yell, Grantham, because he's attacking. We have an older dog who's 15 and only has 3 legs. Well, Grantham's 7 months old, and he's, jumping around, and he's running and hitting and knocking over he's wanting to play, but the old dog's going, help. And I'm, so I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm trying to save a dog. And so, yes, we have a lot of laughs during the mornings. Absolutely.
Oh man. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty hilarious time. It wakes me up in the morning for sure. So Paul, what has surprised you most about ISIFit and everything that's happened?
Don't laugh. It's not that I didn't believe in you to begin with, but what has shocked me the most is that it's worked for me.
Oh, don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
No, and I don't mean that, and that's nothing. That's because of me, my mindset, my not sticking with things, and not just kind of like, I am the king of, like I said, I did one workout with you and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to have to call this guy and tell him I can't do this again. I thought I am going to die. I really didn't think I'd make it through the first workout. And then afterwards I thought, I am dying. I can never, there's no way I can do this 3 days a week. How can I do this? And so, but again, I think what I've seen is, and we know this is what changes your life. Getting this properly focused, getting your mind and yourself properly motivated and moving in the right direction. And we've all heard this, an object in motion stays in motion. We know that. And I think it's the same way with our motivation. Once we get there, once we get our mind wrapped around, and that was the hardest thing for me, was to get my mind wrapped around, I can be disciplined enough to do this. I'm not missing out on anything in life. Listen, there are days when I want to have the biggest chocolate sundae ever. And I know that's probably not healthy to have one every day. But you know what? Macau knows, you look on my food diary, and there are days when I say, you know what? I've done good this week, and I am having a Frosty with, whatever it is, And so there are days when I do that. But again, my mindset is, okay, I'm in this thing for the long haul. That used to derail me. If I had a bad day, I had an ice cream. Oh, forget it. You know what? Why am I doing this anyway? I'm just going to go back to this way of living the habitual eating of fatty foods and things that aren't healthy for you. But now I've come to see, you know what? There's a reason why skinny people are skinny. And I don't mean that in a funny way. They make wise choices. They might have an ice cream sundae once a week. They might have an ice cream, or twice a month have an ice cream, or do something. But they don't say, oh, well, I'm going to have one every day. That's why they're skinny. So so to me, it's really, and it's funny, but it's helped me really be able to wrap my head around all those things and make conscious decisions. And that's really made a big difference. Something that I think I'll be able to do for the rest of my life, being able to make those better decisions.
Awesome. That's very empowering.
Yeah. Whenever we do our coaching call, nutrition, I really want to empower them, especially Paul, with the choices that he's made, that he can make better choices no matter what happens around him. Because as a pastor, there's always something that people give. Like in the Philippines, for example, people in the congregation would give the pastor food, or take the pastor out to eat. So I know it's one of the challenges. It's a blessing, but it's also a challenge. But I want to empower Paul all the time that you can do this. There is, you do have that strength inside of you to make the decision. And then teaching Paul is also a lot of fun. We've gone through the macros and the micros, and it's just helped him realize the importance.
And Macau, you know what? I don't mean to interrupt, but I do want to just piggyback on that. You helped me with that because, again, we have a lot of church activities. We have a band from our church. We go out and we travel. And so we're on the road a lot of weekends, and I was back when we first started this, one of the excuses I gave, well, I'm always with the guys and it's hard. And how do you make those better choices? And how do you plan? And you do, but you have helped me to be able to say, I can do this. It doesn't matter if I'm traveling to speak somewhere, if I'm traveling to sing somewhere, if I'm traveling with my family. That doesn't mean I have to fall off the wagon. And again, it's just been a great resource to help me along the way. So I just wanted to add that in.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
My question is, what's it like working with Chris online through Zoom? Because one of the things that prevent people from jumping is that it's an online Zoom workout.
Well, that's one thing for me. I think you all may have seen my trepidation in the beginning. Again, I'm a pastor. I'm not a techie. Mm-hmm. I know how to use my phone. If something goes wrong with my computer, I call the guy to my office. So one of my big things, I'm like, well, I'm going to do an online thing, and it's going to be through Zoom. And how is this going to work? And I was kind of like, not scared, but just like, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to work for me. But it's so easy. It's so easy. Who doesn't have a cell phone? Everybody has a smartphone right now. If you have a smartphone or a tablet, you can go online with Chris. So again, it's very easy. You guys set all that up. So I didn't have to do anything but click a button once you sent me something, and I was able to get on and do workouts with Chris. So that aspect is very easy. And another thing, at first I thought, well, not being in physical proximity to somebody, how is he going to know if I'm really, I'm just faking it, whatever. But I mean, Chris, I know I've seen it. You have this huge screen at your house. So when you're watching me, I'm looking really, I'm tall and big but you see, I mean, if I try to do, I'm doing an exercise and I think, oh, maybe I don't have to go all the way up. You're like, hey, Paul, you got to do it this way. And you start showing me. So you see everything, nothing gets by you. And I like that because again, I feel like it's no different than if I were with you in person. I'm getting the same quality of training and attention. And that means a lot. It means a lot. So I say, people, sign up. Why haven't you signed up yet?
Great question.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wanted to mention.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's probably because I just told somebody to sign up.
They're calling right now.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to bring up a little bit about the community. How's the community aspect been for you with, being on there with everybody else and getting to know people?
Well, and again, that's one of those things. At first I thought, oh, is this going to be weird? I'm doing a workout with a couple other people, and sometimes it's just me and you, and I'm able to teach you a few things, but mostly it's with other people. And I thought, how's that going to work? But the truth of it is, again, I never feel like I'm not being paid attention to, and there's not, you're not working with me. So it's not like your time's divided and it's not like that. In fact, there's a camaraderie almost, we're not a team sport, but you're in this together. We may be doing different exercises, different circuits at that point, but we're all in this together. We're working together for our health. A lot of us, again, are Christians. And so that brings an aspect, with Steve and Candace. Steve's a retired pastor. And so that aspect, when we're together, usually the four of us, is a great dynamic. And then something I hadn't been doing, but I just recently started doing over the past several weeks was check-ins with the group on Saturdays. And I resisted that again, not because there was anything wrong with it. I thought it was great for everybody else, but I'm busy. There's a lot of stuff, our weekends are very busy, usually with church activities, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, every weekend, And so I always kind of use this as an excuse. Well, I'm busy and I'm doing my thing. I'm working hard. But the truth of it is, talking with other people and seeing their struggles, their victories, their solutions sometimes to different issues they're going through, praying for one another, all those different aspects really add to you being able to do this. And so again, it's not like you have to do every aspect, but the community aspect really has added a lot more, I think, than I had initially anticipated. And so I'm very happy about that. And everybody that I've met in the ISI family, they're just great folks. And so it's a family. It really is a family. So please, people just take advantage of every aspect that you guys have to offer. You know, again, the nutritional aspect is one great part. The workouts and is a great aspect, but the community is an aspect not to be overlooked. And so I think when you put them all together, the sum total really is better health, and that's what you guys are about.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
One of the most phenomenal picture before and after transformations is Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I just want to say that some people look for those transformations within a month or two, but hard work pays off.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a marathon, as what Paul said. And we are definitely proud of you for reaching those goals. The reality is that life transformation happens, and it's not a microwave, 1 to 2 minute thing. But you have stuck through it and you have continued on, and we are really, really proud of you.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. And, and to that end, I want to just add one closing remark is, again, my mindset has changed that this is it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's long-term, it's lifetime. And what has, what kind of helped me again with everything else is I began to think about it. Everybody wants, we all want push the button microwave. I wanted to lose 75 pounds in a month, but you know what? That's not reality. That doesn't happen. It took me 15 years to get in the shape I was. It's not going to take me 15 years to get in better shape, but so I'm hoping by the end of, let's say, by the middle or end of 2022, that I'll be below 200 pounds, 190 pounds, something like that, and consistently working out and just in better health. So when I look at it that way, okay, it took a year of my life to undo 15 years. So really, the trade-off is so much better. People do it for your family, do it for your wives that want you to be around longer, for your children so you can invest in them and your grandchildren, but do it for yourself. Listen, I am enjoying living more. I can breathe, I can walk, I can run. I feel like I've got a new lease on life. It's a great, great program. You guys are great people. And so people need to take advantage of it. And I just encourage each and everybody that's watching right now, don't put it off any longer. I wish I had done it sooner. One of the best things I've done in the past 20 years. Love you guys and appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. We love you too. And I mean, I really don't have anything to close out with aside from that. How about you?
Chris wanted to come and swing by on Saturday just to let you know.
Yeah. Hey, if you're around Saturday, let me know.
Well, we'll be up there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're heading up to Brooksville in 2 weeks from now. So we're like,
we'll talk. We got to meet up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Paul. And
love you guys. Oh, look.
Yes. Yeah! I love your shirt, Paul. Where can they get that?
They can ISI Fitness. Yeah, baby. And by the way, when I bought this shirt, it did not fit me. I bought it and because it was the largest size you had, and I was too big because I was too big. And so these 4 months, I've had it 4 months, and I'm able to wear it now, and it fits great. Plenty of space.
Love it.
Love you guys.
All right. Thank you, Paul. God bless.
God bless.
Thank you guys for checking out the Iron Sharpens Iron testimonial. If you would like to know more information or reach out, hopefully we can get with you. Hopefully we can help you. Just reach out and ask a question.
As always, at Iron Sharpens Iron Fitness, we like to say,
make moves.